Welcome to this quick tip about bombs. And this quick tip, which I assume will be a little bit longer than the normal 2-3 minutes, it'll be like 5 minutes I think. I will show you how easy it is to blow stuff up with bombs in Fracture. We will use obviously the bomb event. So let's have a look at that. Let's close this. So what I have here is I have the top glass roof of a skyscraper. Just for the tutorial purposes, I have removed the rest of the skyscraper, but you will see the skyscraper come back in a lot of tutorials that we have planned. So just to go quick, to give it a quick once over, what I have here is I have the glass windows, the glass window panes, which I have fractured. Then I have here the floor, which I've made a passive body. This one is set to activate on break, which means that as soon as the bomb activates, the fragments will be activated. And then I have a break geonode, which with a low num points, because I want to do a very rough sim to make sure that everything works, and then because that will be faster, and then I will increase my num points so I will have more details and more fragments. In the globals, I'm using, I still got to change that, I'm using bullet. I set my point separation to 1 again because it is a rough sim, and I set my gravity to -98. So let's get started. Very easy to set it up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an event, animated bomb. Boom, that will create everything for you. Now the bomb actually has a push modifier in it, which I'm going to place at the position where I want the explosion to happen. So the push modifier is now at the origin, which is a bit below because this is where the skyscraper normally is. But like I said, I'm just blowing up the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap it using the V key, I guess, for snap to point. I'm going to make it a bit bigger, and here in the modifier stack, I'm going to change it to a cone so I can blow it out in a conical shape. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger and position it where I want it. And what I like to do is make it up a little bit, point the cone up a little bit so the fragments fly outwards and upwards. Okay, so something like that. There we go. You can always change that later, of course. There we go. I'm also going to change my strength of the explosion of this push modifier to about 80. There we go. And then I'm going to delete the object filter here at the top because I just wanted to affect all the objects that I have, which in this case is just the object with the window panes. But so there we go. So if I hit play now, there's my explosion. Very easy. That's it basically. I'm going to quickly show you some more tricks. You can see that when this is blowing out, it's a bit uniform. You see it's kind of blowing out a little bit uniform. Now there are many ways, with like randomizer modifiers and velocity modifiers to fix this, but a quick and dirty way is actually to put a chance modifier on your push modifier. So you can add, a chance filter, not a modifier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a chance filter to the push modifier. So what this means is the push modifier is only going to affect 50%, because I have my probability of true to 0.5, 50% of the fragments. So what this is going to result in is it's going to look a little bit more random. So there we go. So this is a quick tip, so I'm not gonna fiddle too much with this sim. But one thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna set this to about 250 num points, so I will get much more fragments and much more detail in there. And actually, what I will do is I will create a take as well, so we can kind of write this to disk. So I'll just call it rough sim. I'll bake it to disk, say OK, and I'll just let this run for a bit. And as you can see, and as you know from using Fracture is very fast. So even with 250 num points, this looks already pretty cool, and it's almost interactive. So now that I have this baked out, I can start working on my layout a little bit and fiddling around with the camera. But you can see that I can scrub through the timeline now, and there you have an explosion. Very easy to set it up. And there we go. Thank you for this, for watching this quick tip, and I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. See you soon.